Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Doddridge County High School, where tonight it's postseason baseball for the LKC Night of Champions semifinal. The stage is set as the number 2 seeded Doddridge County Bulldogs are sitting at a 15-5. On the season, they host the number 3 seeded Buffalo Bisons with a trip to the championship game on the line tonight. Before we look ahead to tonight's game, let's talk about the Bulldogs and the team and how they did last night, because it was a dominant performance on the diamond. The Bulldogs rolled to a 6-0 win over Ravenswood, and it all started on the mound behind the right arm of Josh DeHaven, who was absolutely lights out. He threw a complete game shutout, allowing just 2 hits over 7 innings, and completely controlled the tempo from the first pitch to the last double play that ended the game. Offensively, this team stayed balanced throughout the night. They had 9 total hits. Production was up and down the roster. The bottom of the order stepped up big with Hunter Hayhurst, Maxwell Nicholson, and DeHaven, all combining for 5 hits. Brody Brockelman drove in 2 runs and continued his hot season. They also did the little things right. 4 stolen bases, 2 double plays, clean baseball all around. That's the formula that's got this team to the wins they have so far. But tonight, it's a different challenge. Buffalo comes in as the number 3 seed. They're tough. They're scrappy. They have already proven they can compete in this conference. And in a playoff baseball, records no longer matter. Only thing that does is execution. For Doddridge, the identity is clear. This is one of the most explosive lineups in the area. When you look at the numbers up and down, you look at Caleb Hall batting still just under 500 with a .635 on-base percentage. That's elite production, followed by more elite production. Brody Brockman at .453, Swiger batting over 400, Luke Rakiski adding steady middle lineup power, along with our big man Dane Murphy showing pop in the bat in the 4-hole. They can beat you with power, they can beat you with speed, and they can grind you down inning by inning. So the question tonight is simple. Can the Bulldogs continue that momentum from last night and punch their ticket into the LKC championship on Friday? And on the flip side, can Buffalo come into this kind of environment and slow down one of the hottest teams in the conference? Well, folks, we are about to find out. Semifinal baseball is here. Doddridge and Buffalo. Winner moves on, and we will be right back to look at the keys of the game and to look up the starting lineups. Welcome back to the ball field, and we're going to look at our keys to the game. And Coach Justin, we've seen a lot of this stuff go on so far. We were here last night. It seems like not that long ago. Different night, different opponent, and it's got to be a different direction of what the focus area is. So for what do you see tonight's got to be our keys?
Well, you know, some of the things are kind of similar as yesterday, but they're kind of different in their own way. Jumping on the momentum early and having that tempo early is really important. Getting points on the board early, securing the score early, getting the lead early, giving some pressure off your pitchers and some pressure off your defense. It's going to be real important to come out swinging, out, getting on them first pitch strikes. Just doing their job at the plate is really going to entail early in this game what's going to happen. Also, we're going to start with the second one here. We got controlling the strike zone. As our pitchers, we have to really, even on offense and defense, like I can talk on both aspects in this situation. Our offense, controlling the zone. We got to hit our pitch. We can't sit here and let a strike get by us and then us try to catch up. I'm seeing our guys as we're letting that first pitch strike go by, we're trying to catch up with it. That's got us, chasing bad pitches. That's not our pitch, which is showing. So now we're correcting that, and I think it's going to be good. But also on the defense side, as a pitcher, controlling the zone is real important. Getting up in the count,
right?
So you can have control of the zone. But every umpire is different. Every Blue's different. So when they come in, we need to find out what he likes. We need to focus on that, and we need to give Blue what he likes. And controlling the zone in that manner. That's just the way it is. Every umpire is different. I've seen a lot of different umpires this year.
That's right. Every zone is different.
And it's something that, when we were in high school, Ben, it wasn't as deep or as, I guess we didn't see it like that. It was either a strike or a ball. We just went on with our business. But now we're up here watching this,
right.
And you see these guys that are calling balls and strikes. They're different.
Right.
And you can really, as a pitcher,
some
really
like a corner, some don't like a corner, some like it above the belt, some like it below the belt.
And we always talk back in the day, okay, yeah, the pitcher or the umpire don't like this pitch, don't put it there. That's what we would say. But now that we're up here and we're like instructing these boys where they need to put it,
right.
It's that important. Controlling the zone. Now it's clean defense and execution. Early in the year we had hot bats, great pitching, and we had some little mishaps as far as defense wise. They got it legged out. They came out here and took a couple hundred IO,
right.
ground balls, fly balls, and IO. Got their stuff, worked out, kinked out. Now these past couple games in the defense, they've really been behind their pitcher. Being a pitcher and having a defense that's behind you like they have.
Huge.
It's huge, being able to throw strikes and having that comfortability on the mound and being able to be in yourself. You don't have to worry about the bad things that are going to happen behind you. You know that you got somebody behind you. This is a good feeling. I'm glad our defense is coming back around. I think this is going to be a good game, and it's going to be a good test for what's about to happen.
It is, and we're going to see tonight one of the senior leader arms from the left side. Tonight we saw a senior right arm. Last night, DeHaven was as perfect can be. It was in the 7th inning. Actually, it was the third, 2 outs in the 6th before DeHaven gave up his first hit.
It was the 6th inning.
So he was 4 outs away from a no-no. He ends up giving up 2 hits. One was a double deep in the gap. One was just a ground ball up the middle. So he ends up giving up 2 hits. Absolutely shut down the opposing offense with 71 pitches through 7 complete innings.
Fantastic.
Now we see a different opponent, different night, and a different arm. We're going to see Caleb Hall coming on the mound. The leader, lefty pitcher. He's got his ERA under 1. We're going to see a guy that hopefully can command the zone.
I'm going to tell you about Caleb here. He is magnificent when it comes to tempo, timing, and tunneling. He knows exactly what to bring. He knows how to change tempo on you. He knows how to change his timing and his approach. He's also in the tunnel. Like, he knows, for a high school kid to say how to tunnel a ball, they're like, oh, okay. He follows his pitch before the last pitch with the next pitch because of where it's at.
Yeah.
And when you're doing that kind of stuff in high school and you're really fundamentally that insightful on the mound as a high schooler, it's something to see. It's something to watch. It's crafty. It is just awesome.
I will jump back to we talked about some injuries that Hall has sustained throughout his career, but he did not play a baseball game. Check this stat out.
Okay.
Did not play a baseball game since his sophomore year, 12th game, got injured, and didn't play again till his senior year, and he was injured at Buffalo against the Bisons, where he broke his throwing hand in 2 places.
All right.
He was supposed to come in and be pitching. So he was last time he played them, he was supposed to be on the mound. So here he is now as a senior, year and a half later, going to face this tough lineup. These Bisons guys, they can hit. If you look up and down their lineup, they got guys that can swing it. They're not number 3 in the LKC, which is one of the toughest one of the toughest conferences in the state of West Virginia.
Year, for sure.
You look at AA. 5 of the top 10 in AA are found in the LKC. You look at single A, several of the top are found in the LKC. LKC produces baseball every year in and out. And this year you've got Williamstown, you've got Buffalo, you've got Doddridge, you've got Gilmer. Those 4 teams are all top ranked in the state, and they found their way tonight. So we've got Williamstown across town at South Harrison playing against Gilmer County. The winner of that game will play the winner of tonight's game. So this is going to be one of those epic battles. It was something that they're fighting for. Friday's going to come back around. So these coaches got to think about pitch counts. They got to think about, am I going to go try to win this game at all cost and blow Friday? Am I going to try to pace myself? If I'm a coach right now, you got a lot of decisions to make, but we are going to see Doddridge roll out their senior. And I will tell you, looking at the lineup, you're going to see the Signorelli boy. I think it's Signor. I'll look at the name because it's a different type of last name. We'll find out which one of the twin brothers are going to be on the mound. One's a lefty, one's a righty.
Okay.
We'll find out who's going to be on the mound for them. It's going to be a battle. So, folks, when we come back, we'll look at the starting lineups together. But stay with us. It's going to be a fun night of baseball. It is gorgeous here. The rain has pushed out. The sun has pushed in. There is no wind at all, and it's going to be a gorgeous night for baseball here at the home of the Bulldogs.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County Schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And we are looking at, we were talking about the young man's name. It's going to be Lucius Signorini is going to be the young man on the mound for Buffalo. And that's been their go-to guy throughout the year. So we're going to see the two top-notch pitchers. And I hate to say it that way for Doddridge because I truly feel that Doddridge has a number one lefty and a number one righty, followed up very quickly by Hunter Hayhurst, which has been in that 3 spot. But how do you say that Hunter's in the 3 spot when he pitches as good as the top 2, and then you look down and DeHaven throws a two-hit complete game?
It's hard to say who's on top, who's on bottom. So you got seniors, juniors, and sophomores. Who can handle certain types of pressure. That's all you're looking at.
That's right.
All these guys are all crafty. Each one of their fastballs telling left, right, up, down. These guys are just phenomenally technical right now for being in a high school environment as some pitchers. You got 7, 8 deep pitchers of guys that aren't just throwers. You got guys that are going to battle every batter.
Yeah, we even, you talk about those 4 names we just threw out there with Hall. You've got Swiger, and you've got Hunter Hayhurst, and you have DeHaven last night. But then you forget, by the way, we have the lefty crafty Evan Kelly. You've got Malachi Kelly, and then you got Luke Rakiski that jumps in there. And by the way, the number one pitcher for the Doddridge team last year returns to action this weekend. He's eligible starting as of Saturday.
We're going to get us started on this. Huh?
You bring Sutton back into the mix, and that was your number one pitcher for 2 years for Doddridge.
Amazing.
So here we are seeing another plus arm enter this stable of horses.
An absolute gift.
Yeah, this has been good. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's going to be a good night. The coaches have come to their final agreements. They've went around the perimeter of the field to look at any loose ends, and here at Doddridge County, it is very tight. If you look around the field, you got 325 down the lines, 360 dead away center. Alleys are about 350. It's a great high school setting field to where they can still hit balls out of here. It flies well when the wind is blowing, but tonight there will be absolutely no help from the wind. It will all be off the bats. It will all be off the arms of the pitchers. So we are starting to go through our starting lineups, and when we return, we'll be back hopefully with the first pitch. So we'll be back after these brief messages.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs! Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook. Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs!
All right, welcome back here. Let's look at these starting lineups for the Bisons. In the leadoff position at shortstop is going to be Evan Pinero. At catcher, batting in the 2-hole, is going to be Kyler Boggs. And then you have the pitcher on the mound tonight is going to be Lucius Signorini, followed by the twin brother. Is going to be at first base, Antilio Signorini, followed up at second base in the 5-hole, Nate Gillespie. And at third base, number 12 in the 6-hole, Hunter Rotan, followed up by the right fielder in the 7-hole, number 14, Britton Hudson. In left field, number 2 in the 8-hole, Carter Webb. That says Carter Webb. And in center field, number 13 in the 9-hole is Jake Cosson. So it looks like we're going to have a good lineup here by both teams. We're about to have our national anthem. When we come back, we'll go around the horn with the Bulldogs right after these national anthem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now let's look at the starting lineup for the Bulldogs tonight. As we had talked about, on the mound is going to be Caleb Hall. Behind the plate for us tonight is going to be the usual back there, the guy that does the dirty work, Mr. Maxwell Nicholson. At third, Dane Murphy. At shortstop is going to be Brody Brockelman. Over at second base, Tristan Swiger. At first base is Malachi Kelly. And in left field, we're going to see Evan Kelly. In center field, we are going to see Luke Rakiski. And in right field, we're going to see Hunter Hayhurst. And the DH tonight that's going to be in there for Evan is going to be none other than Mr. Josh DeHaven. Went 3 for 3 last night. They're going to keep him in the lineup, trying to give some kids love in different positions. So
you got guys going 2 for 3, 3 for 3, triples, doubles. It's hard to take them out of the lineup.
It is. We didn't see Evan Kelly last night, and at Wahama, Evan Kelly went 3 for 3 that night. Yep. Next night had to sit. Yep. When you have a team that's deep, this is part of it.
It is.
It's part of it. If you guys, if you young guys are listening, if you want to go play college baseball, you got to learn how to play a role, and you got to learn that every day is not your day.
It's a sacrifice.
It's called a team for a reason.
It is. It is. And it's hard to see.
Yeah.
It's hard to see when you got all you have in it, and you're putting all you have in it, all the practice these guys have been doing, all the pain, the effort.
That's right.
I sympathize for it because I see these guys putting in all these long hours and this stuff, and they are fighting, and it's a competitiveness, but they got a healthy competitiveness about them, and as long as they keep it healthy, it's going to keep striving.
That's right, and you never want someone to be excited to be on the bench.
No.
If you're joining us from Buffalo tonight, we welcome you to the lineup, and I'm going to give a shout out to your young men. By far the most respectful lineup I have seen this year for the national anthem. So big hats off and kudos to the coaches there for Buffalo. Their young men stood there and honored Old Glory as the national anthem was played. Last night was our military appreciation night, and we got to see these men and women that have sacrificed so much, so we're thankful for them. Leading off tonight, the first batter is going to be number 1, Evan Pinero, the shortstop, is going to face the lefty senior for Doddridge, Caleb Hall, and here comes our first pitch, and we see that pitch high for ball 1. It's important in these early innings. The number one thing, you're trying to compete, but you're learning what does this umpire like. When you see a different umpire every night, it's different, so it's something to learn as we go. As we see ball 2, off speed, stays high, so Pinero starts off with a 2 balls, no strikes. Fastball down the middle, that's going to be in there for strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. As Hall gets set and goes from the windup here with nobody on, nobody out. Here's the delivery, a little change in pace, slaps over here to second base, and we have Swiger underneath of it, records out number 1.
Real nice. Good change of tempo right there. Caleb did a little slide step, getting the ball in there a little quicker, got him in on his hands.
That's that change of tempo that you were talking. Sometimes you'll see a big kick out of Hall, sometimes you'll see a slide step out of Hall. Even in the windup, he goes from different positions.
If you try to time him, you will regret trying to time him on the side.
At the plate now is number 5, Kyler Boggs steps in. Sees off speed, swing and a miss for strike 1, so Hall off to a early first strike. And this is crucial for pitchers to establish that strike early so they can work other pitchers in the zone. Ground ball over to Brockman. He fields it, fires across to Kelly, and that's out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the early top half of the first. As the 3-hole hitter, Lucius Signorini, comes to the plate. He's a big boy. That's a tall drink of water right there, number 17. He's also going to be the pitcher for tonight.
Okay. Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is their go-to. This is their ace that we're going to see. So you love seeing these kind of – when you get into playoff times, you're going to see people's best.
Yeah.
We love it.
Yeah, that's what we want to see.
Off speed, stays up and away for ball 1. Hall gets a signal here from the stretch. Fastball on the outside of the plate. Going to be foul ball.
He's behind him there.
Foul ball. So we even the count up to 1 ball, 1 strike. However, there are 2 outs. We want to welcome the Buffalo team as they made a long drive up the state to come here tonight to the facility. So we're glad to have them in the works as we see a swinging strike 2.
Change up.
1 ball, 2 strikes. We played down there at Buffalo. What an awesome field. I was down there just the other night for softball, and they had moved the wooden fence out of the outfield and put a different fence up there. I love that old feel that they had down there. It was kind of like one of those nostalgic single-A baseball stadiums.
Yeah.
They still got the cool bleachers behind, kind of like a concrete step.
Yeah, that's cool.
Last time we were there, Bryant Yoke was pitching. There was about 12 pro scouts with their guns out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Buffalo has got a great facility. As we see off speed, gets past a swinging bat of Signorini, and we go to the bottom half of the first inning with no hits, no runs, and no errors, and we'll be right back.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Looking for automotive service you can trust? Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836.
Welcome back here to the home of the Bulldogs as we are in the bottom half of the first inning where we watched Caleb Hall be pretty efficient. Came out of there, pretty low pitch count, saw 3 batters and retired all 3 in order. On the mound as at this time is going to be Lucius Signorini for the Bisons of Buffalo. And they bring together a very stout defensive program. If you look at their errors, if you look at how they have been all year, they've been very efficient. This is a very clean baseball team. They play a very tough record. And if you go look at Metro News, the power rankings, Buffalo actually just passed Doddridge in the state standings. So right now what you're going to see tonight is a matchup. Number 8, the Bisons. Number 9, the Bulldogs. But in the LKC, the Bulldogs are number 2 and the Bisons are number 3.
Okay.
So you're going to see that lineup here. So this is a battle for those top positions. A win tonight will project one of these teams pretty good. If they could win the week out with a win tonight and Friday, you're going to see these teams sitting pretty good in the state standings because more than likely they're going to see a number 1-2 team in single A with Gilmer and a number 2-3 team, Williamstown, in double A. So whoever wins this tonight is going to have a stout lineup on Friday.
But the question is, which one of these teams do have the depth in the pitching to play the multiple games through the tournament?
And that's the biggest thing that Coach has preached. Yeah, we might get beat here and there through the year, but if we got to see someone for games in a row, I'll take our pitching staff all day because we've got a lot of guys and we're deep. At the plate, Brody Brockelman's the leadoff hitter. Last night he had a couple base hits, played very well, some stolen bases. First pitch is swung on and missed, inside fastball, and that's going to be no balls, 1 strike by Signorini. Brockman looking to kind of get things heated back up, cooled off a little bit there, but still batting in the mid-400s. Fastball down the middle, popped up and away, and that's going to be no balls and 2 strikes. And if you're a pitcher, a visiting pitcher, coming into a facility after driving 2.5 hours, this is exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, it is. Hey, I mean, you want to see this guy. You want to see not only that, you want to see him. You want to see their best. There's no other way of putting it. Like, you want to see the best they got. And that's
no balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed by Bronkelman past the swinging bat, and he retires on 3 straight fastballs.
That's what you're meaning, wanting to see their best when they come in.
It is, but if I'm the coach for Buffalo, this is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see my ace go out there and establish his dominance early. And
bringing your ace down here, seeing what he could do.
And he just threw 3 straight fastballs past a very heavy bat, hot bat of Bronkelman. So now we got Swiger in the box. Over in the, when he's on deck, he just got to see good 3 straight fastballs. Now you're wondering what else has he got in the arsenal. Starts off with off speed.
Little slider.
Up and away for ball 1. So we now have seen the off-speed pitch. We know he's got a nice fastball. The question becomes, what else does he have in there? Fastball swung on and missed by Swiger. Evens the count at 1s. Here's the delivery out of the windup. Swung on, fouled off. So almost the exact same at bat as Brody had. First ball was swung on and missed. Second ball was fouled off away.
Then Tristan going to choke up a little bit on 2 strikes here, get the bat on the ball.
Make them field it. Here comes the delivery. Swung on, foul tipped, but right back into the glove of the catcher. So he records, Signorini records his first 2 batters by the ways of strikeouts. And here comes to the plate the 3-hole hitter, number 7, Caleb Hall. Hall has been the victim here the last few games of hard hit balls right at people. People have gotten the memo. They play pretty deep. And we've hit balls right at them. So we got to find somewhere else to put the baseball tonight. Fastball is going to be away. So, again, that looked pretty close. Maybe, again, another umpire tonight that doesn't like the corners. Give it 17 inches and not an inch more. Fastball on the inside. Umpire says he liked that one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. There are 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Signorini on the mound, which is the ace for the Bison, the Buffaloes. Swung on and fouled off almost exactly like the first 2 batters.
Yeah.
So we've got 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hall digs into the box. Signorini works that elbow, maybe give the illusion that something's coming. Foul territory, and we got a bunch of Bisons chasing it, but that finds its way just outside of the fence for a foul ball.
It tells you he got 2 strikes on the first 2 batters. The next pitch was up and away, which we fouled off.
Yeah.
So he's not putting it in there on that 3rd strike.
And then on the strikeouts, both strikeouts have been high fastballs above the belt that we didn't get the bat to.
That's it.
Signorini delivers, swung on, popped up. That one might stay in the park this time. Looks like shortstop's calling for it, and he makes the catch over the shoulder. 3 up, 3 down for the Bulldogs as we go to the top half of the 2nd inning with very efficient outing by both pitchers. And when we come back, we'll be in the top of the 2nd inning.
Check this out.
Welcome back here to the home of the Bulldogs as both pitchers have made their way through the first inning jitters, and it doesn't look like they had many jitters. Hall, very efficient, 1, 2, 3 in a row, and recorded 11 pitches to finish the first inning. Signorelli comes out, and he finishes his 1, 2, 3 in a row and only threw 12 pitches. So far, both pitchers establishing their dominance on the mound, just like both coaches thought they would. So, you know, when you see a trip like that and you roll out your aces and they both are efficient, it's got to make you feel a whole lot better. We just talked, Justin, about both pitchers being Caleb at 11 and Signorini at 12.
That's excellent pitch count for first inning.
Yeah.
That's excellent. That's a pitcher's duel. That's what you want to see. If these pitchers are going at it, they're, getting up in the strike zone or getting up in the counts. You noticed on 2 strikes, both of these pitchers are not throwing a strike over the plate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're battling. They're doing what they're supposed to do.
You know, as you get into these championship-style events and playoffs, you start to see lower-scoring games. You're seeing better pitching and stronger defensive outings. You know, you're away from the 15 and 20-run games where it's not really good baseball. It might be fun to watch for a parent, but it's not good baseball. Swung on a miss was the first pitch, and at the plate is the 4-hole hitter, Antilio Signorini. If you are listening from Buffalo, we'd love to hear from you. Where are you at? If you are a Dodgers fan, we'd love to hear from you. We always enjoy the comments on here. If we can give a shout-out to somebody, we're here for all these athletes. I got to speak to Buffalo's coach before the game. We said, hey, Coach, tell your parents about it. They can watch the game. We try to give shout-outs to good baseball rather than just one team.
No, that's right. We're here for both guys. We'd like to see good baseball.
Fastball, low and away, going to be 1 ball, 1 strike. As Signorini, another big boy. And I believe Coach said they're twins.
You said one's a lefty, one's a righty.
I think one's a lefty pitcher, one's a righty pitcher. Both swing it from the right side of the plate, however. So 2 balls and 1 strike. For the first time tonight, Hall finds himself behind in the count. Here's his delivery. 2 balls, 1 strike. Changeup gets him swinging.
That was a nice breaking ball right there. It had real nice snappy break on it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Old Glory starting to move a little bit out there in the outfield. Little slight breeze. Fastball finds its way down the middle, but just a hair low. And that's going to bring our first full count of the night. Hall is a traditional strikeout guy if he has it, usually with an off speed, so I wouldn't be shocked here if you saw that. Just misses on the inside corner, and we have our first base runner of the night as the cleanup hitter, Signorini, finds his way to first base as from the way of a walk. And at the plate now comes number 4, Nate Gillespie, the second baseman, hit in the 5-hole. Antilio Signorini's over on first. Gillespie at the plate. Fastball down the middle for strike 1.
Real craftiness right there. Real craftiness. You know, I'm surprised that if you watch Caleb, he's got a nice pickoff. If you keep an eye on him, he's really good at hiding that pickoff move.
Here squares the bunt, pops it up, could be an out if we can get there. Good hustle by Maxwell, but just out of the reach. But however, that is strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes. I like the idea. These coaches know that in order to win this ball game, we got to score. And why not try to score early in the contest? I've always said it's easier to score early in the game as opposed to trying to manufacture a run in the end of the game.
Now I got to say this. I'm not meaning to change the subject here, Ben. It's a tough count right here. I want to see what happens.
Fastball just misses on the outside, and if that missed, it wasn't by much. So we go 1 ball, 2 strikes. Umpire's going to be pretty tight, pretty consistent so far. Signorini, he missed on the outside corner, not by much either. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hall delivers up with off speed. Looked like it may be a changeup as he goes 2-2 on the batter. And at the plate is number 4, Gillespie, in the 5-hole over on first base. Antilio Signorini. Fastball misses low. And now we've got our second full count in a row. So after a very efficient first inning, Hall comes out, goes back-to-back full counts. He goes from the stretch, delivers up and out, and that's going to be the second straight walk delivered by the lefty senior. Something that he has not done a whole lot of this year. If you look through the stats, strikeouts versus walks, it's a pretty dominant difference. He's more than doubled his strikeouts compared to walks.
Yeah.
So that's always a sign there. You always want to see the double of that stat. So he's been there. But now the Bisons find themselves in scoring position. Their first 2 runners are aboard, first and second. And the batter now is Hunter Rotan in the 6-hole. Off speed finds itself in there for strike 1 with a breaking ball back door.
And it's been as much as it maybe last year I couldn't have been able to say this, but I'm not worried right now seeing Caleb where he's at. I feel like he's in control. He's calm. This is where he's at his best.
Fastball is low in the turf. Good block by Nicholson for 1 ball, 1 strike. You can hear the chants from the dugouts there. They brought their energy on the bus from Buffalo, swung and a miss on an upstairs fastball. So that's going to bring the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. We've been there on a couple batters so far this inning, but Hall has just not found the way to put the dagger in it. The runners are at first and second, no outs, top of the second. Off speed just off the plate. And that's going to even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. At the plate is Rotan. He's playing third base for the Bisons today. When you see the Bisons get off the bus and walk into the ballpark, they definitely bring size with them.
I've seen that.
There's some big boys.
Yeah, they are.
Fastball low and away. Nice block. Good effort back there by the catcher. And we go to our 3rd straight batter with a full count.
Come on, Caleb. Take a little walk here.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Runners are at first and second. Rotan at the plate. Oh, and a pickoff move. We got him if we put it on him. Nice move by the lefty. Good job by Swigert. Just barely missed him. And Signorelli is holding his shoulder. I didn't really see what happened there, but he's holding his shoulder. Coach is coming to walk. This is something we don't want to see by any athlete, especially this time of year. So, folks, we're going to take a quick commercial, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Mission in Motion. In Doddridge County Schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
All right, it looks like Mr. Signorini is up on his feet, stretching the shoulder a little bit. Must have just jammed going into that second base bag, and he's ready to rock and roll. You never want to see one of these young men get hurt any time of the year, but especially after playing so long and doing so much, you don't want to see him at this point in time have an injury, especially diving back into a bag.
That's an easy place to get injured, more than you think. Diving into the bag, it is dangerous. You got stoving, you can step on, you get hit with the ball. There's multiple things that can happen.
These people make fun of the oven mitts that these kids wear on their fingers, but I will tell you, my oldest son slid into third base, got his thumb caught, ended up ripping his tendon in half, and had thumb surgery, reconstruction. So we are proud members of the Oven Mitt Club. Fastball swung on and fouled off. So after the full count, we've had 2 foul balls. So a good battle at the plate with Rattan and Hall. Runners are at first and second. There are no outs. We've had 2 straight walks. Here comes the delivery by the senior. And we get a pop-up. Is it going to stay in? And that's not. That's straight up fouled. Straight back. Out of play.
This is a heck of a bat here.
If you're coming, you've had 2 top fastballs. Now what are you coming with, Justin?
2 top fastballs? He's going to come with a breaking ball here.
I've changed the eye level.
Yeah.
He's put 2 fastballs up high. Now come breaking ball and see if he...
Tunnel. There it is.
There
Tunnel.
it was. Breaking ball inside. Very good job. Nice block by the Maxwell behind the plate. And we have our first out. We want to give a shout out by we have a gentleman watching from New Milton, West Virginia. He says, let's go Bulldogs.
That was a little low for the tunnel, but it worked out.
All right, at the plate now is going to be number 14, the right fielder, Britton Hudson. He is batting 7th tonight for the Bisons. Runners are at first and second, 1 out, and now we are possibly 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning as he sees a fastball. And that's the first time I've seen the umpire give a little bit of a corner there. I think that was even out further than some of the ones he's called. No balls, 1 strike. Curveball, there it is. There's a good break. No balls, 2 strikes.
I am astounded at his breaking ball right now, how it's snapping off before it gets to the plate. It's just looking really, really good. That's a hard pitch to hit. Off balance, it's going to be tough to get on that ball.
No balls, 2 strikes. He has gotten a full count on a couple guys, and he may want to go ahead and just try to compete here instead of trying to get away from the plate. The batter takes a timeout, steps out to take a breath. And
gentleman called timeout.
No balls, 2 strikes. Hudson at the plate. Bats the swinging bat for that's 2 straight strikeouts. They do have a runner in scoring position, so this is huge. 2 outs in a row, followed up right after 2 straight walks. So confidence coming back up, what do you think?
Yeah. Like I said, Dad, I wasn't worried.
Nope. Take a big deep breath. He's been there before.
Yeah, I got faith in these guys.
At the plate, number 2 is Webb as he hits a little slicer into right field. However, it's fielded cleanly. We got a play coming at the plate. Tag is going to be on. He's got him out at the plate. Throw out by the right fielder. Hunter with a cannon of an arm to right or from right field to the plate. Excellent job. If I'm the coach, I do the same thing. We got to try to score. So we dodged a bullet there, a little bend, but no break, and we'll be back with the bottom half of the second inning when we return.
Way to go, Bulldogs.
Check this out.
Bulldog Station and Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs.
Welcome back here as we are going to the bottom half of the second inning. And what an exciting way to finish that top half. The Bisons had runners at first and second. We had a slice into right field. Hunter Hayhurst comes in, just dials a bullet into home plate, getting the runner that was trying to score from second. However, that we might be seeing a change-up in the lineup. The third baseman, Rotan, has now come over to first base as we have seen Mr. Antilio Signorini not re-enter. When he slid there, it looked like he got up holding his shoulder again. And so over at third is going to be Webb, and we've got somebody that has went into the outfield. So give us some patience as we will find that number. They're sitting pretty far away from us, so we will find out who subbed in, but we do know for sure that Antilio Signorini came out. They brought the third baseman over. They flopped one of the outfielders to third, and a young man came off the bench and went to the outfield. So we'll find that for you and give you that update, moms and dads, as soon as we can. But until then, coming to the plate is number 10, the big man, Big Dane Murphy. And I'll tell you, he's looking for a little redemption. I asked him after the game, was it foul or fair? He said it was fair.
He had the ball in his hand to take home. Let's put it that way.
Dane last night hit a line drive home run down the left field line that was called foul, and there was one guy in the crowd that thought it was a foul ball, and it was the only guy that mattered. It was the umpire.
That's all you got to say.
That's it. It's the only guy. No balls, one strike. Signorini starts off with off speed. Here comes the delivery. Fastball off the corner for strike two. No balls, two strikes.
It was that outside corner, so we're starting to see it a little bit here.
He did not give that in the first inning. Now he's starting to give that a little bit here in the second. Fouled off. No balls, two strikes. Murphy fouls off the fastball. Signorini gets his call. Going from the windup, almost go. Well, it does. It goes over the head of Murphy, clear to the backstop. So we have 1 ball, 2 strikes. Murphy didn't even flinch for that. He thought, if I can find a way on, I'm going to take one to the dome. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The cleanup hitter, Murphy, swings and misses on a breaking ball and goes down swinging. So far, Signorini has seen 4 of the Bulldogs' batters. He's retired 3 of them of the way of a strikeout.
So the wild pitch that he threw was a setup wild pitch.
It was a setup pitch for the next.
To tunnel the slider behind it.
Yep.
There you go. So we're seeing this stuff in high school now.
Yep.
You know, that's advanced stuff. I like seeing it.
At the plate, number 50, Luke Rakiski, the senior Potomac State commit. In the 5-hole, takes a fastball down the middle for strike 1. Scouting report has been as delivered. We knew that Signorini had a strong right arm, probably sitting in the low 80s, and I think that's about where we're seeing tonight. Fastball way up and in, check swing, and he does go. Rakiski's going to have no balls and 2 strikes. Scouting report that I was able to look at was Signorini's going to rely mostly on that fastball. They are going to try to push the distance with him as often as they can. And the off-speed pitch is usually to set up a fastball.
Well, right there was an up and in fastball, so he could set up that slider or curveball right here. He's done it multiple times, so I've seen. Wouldn't be surprised. Yep.
There it is, right down the middle for strike 3 to Luke Rakiski. So we've seen 5 batters, 4 strikeouts. What we can't do is sit and watch fastballs go down the middle, and we're getting that. That's been our Achilles heel in the last week. This is what we started to do. We've let fastballs go right down the middle, and then we end up getting rung up on off speeds. At the plate was the young man with the hose in right field, Hunter Hayhurst. Fastball right down the middle for strike number 1. So, guys, he's going to be in the zone. We've got to swing the bat and get a barrel on it. Foul ball, so we go no balls and 2 strikes. Tonight, Hunter is batting in the 6 hole. He's had a couple good nights, some couple good line drives, and the young man's got a lot more pop than you think. And when you see him play and you look at him on the field, he's about 6'2", 6'3". He's a thin young man, but he is rock solid. And when he gets on the mound, he pumps it up there pretty good. He's only a sophomore, so there's a lot more left in the tank with this kid as he grows. So huge gains over this past summer as we see foul ball down the right field side.
There's a sophomore, low 8.
Yeah.
6'2". He's starting to put on some mass. He's starting to fill out. He's got good grades. Good attitude. He's continuing to try to be better. He's putting in extra work. I can't wait to see where Hunter's going to be at here in a couple years.
When you look at him on they get these kids get these Rapsodos now, and you get spin reports and elevation reports and all these things. He's got all the right metrics.
He does.
He's got all the right tools that the colleges are looking for. So I know he's on some guys' radar. So can't wait to watch him grow. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Fastball up and in evens the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So ball up and in right here, fastball up and in. What do we see?
I wouldn't be shocked if you see that breaking ball come in there now. He's went up and into the eye level. Breaking ball gets away from into the other batter's box. Coach, I think you're up to something there. When you see up and in fastball, you're going to see the breaking pitch next.
Right behind it.
And he's throwing that up and in on purpose.
Because he's going to bring that breaking pitch in that same location. It's
full count.
Right there it was.
Breaking ball inside. That's a good no call right there. And the Bulldogs put their first batter aboard. Here in the bottom of the second, we have Hunter Hayhurst goes up there and battles and earns himself a walk. And that's going to bring to the plate the senior first baseman, Malachi Kelly. Malachi has started to see that bat heat up a little bit. I don't think we've seen his best baseball yet. Swung on and missed as Signorelli pushes that fastball right past his bat. No balls, 1 strike. We do have 2 outs, and we have our first Bulldog runner aboard. Hayhurst over at first. Oh. So Malachi was saying that was supposed to be a hit and run. He swings at a ball that was clear in the other batter's box. Hayhurst clearly did not get the memo. The pitcher there were so many things that went wrong with that last play. The pitcher almost fell down. I mean, it was just like I saw everything but the dancing bears.
I think he used the bat to protect himself there.
I thought it hit him in the helmet. I thought it hit him right in the helmet. But it didn't. It hit the bat. A little self-defense.
he was using the bat to get out of the way of it.
No balls, 2 strikes. They're thinking runner's probably going. They're going to throw a ball right down. Malachi hits a line driver at the second baseman. He jumps out of the way.
He already knows he was going.
Hunter Hayhurst is standing on third base. Great hit by Malachi. It will be recorded as an error as the second baseman it almost hit the umpire, the field umpire, and then the second baseman jumped out of the way of it.
I think the error seemed efficient for a moment.
So that's going to go down as an error by the second baseman, at least in my unofficial book, which matters to nobody but myself, but that's what I would record. And we have Tim and Janie Cottrell watching in. They said, let's go Bulldogs. Also, we have Miss Nancy Cumberledge is watching. So we love seeing these fans jump on here, give us a shout out. These young men, they go back and they watch this. They see your comments. They like to know that you're supporting them. At the plate, Maxwell Nicholson, and that might be the widest strike of the night. Seen that ball off the plate by about 6 inches. Maxwell, the catcher for tonight, he is batting in the 8 hole. swung on and fouled back. So we have no balls and 2 strikes. And we're sitting with the runners at second and third. Hunter Hayhurst drew a walk. Malachi Kelly with a sharp line drive, 1 hopper to the second baseman. And I do believe, Justin, if we put the ball in play, we're going to beat this team.
Yeah.
If we put it in play, we got to beat the right arm. We got to get the barrel on the bat. Oh, they're going to say he was swinging, I bet. They said to hit him in the right hand. Here comes the coach out. He's going to say, wait a minute, was he swinging? Folks at home, if you are swinging the bat.
If I may be wrong, how many up and in balls are we seeing?
He's seen a bunch.
We've probably seen 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 balls at the batters here.
Yeah. Yeah. Coach is coming out talking to the umpire right now, and here's what's going on. The coach is saying, was he swinging? If the umpire says, yes, he was, it's going to be a ball.
Yeah.
It will go down that it hit. They said it hit his hand, but they're saying he was in the process of swinging. It will go down as a strike, I should say. I'm sorry. If you are swinging the bat and the ball hits you, it's a strike. Doesn't matter if it hits you or not. So they're saying, no, he did not swing, and no, the ball did not hit the bat. It hit him on the right hand. And now at the bat comes Josh DeHaven, our senior, batting as the DH for Evan Kelly. He comes to the plate with bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom of the second. And this is Josh DeHaven. Swung on a line drive to the first baseman. Excellent hit. But that's how baseball goes. Great smoke right there off the bat by DeHaven. As we go to the top of the third, we had no hits, a couple walks, a hit by a pitch, 1 error, and we go to the top of the third.
Check this out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go to the top half of the third inning. And Justin, I know you've been keeping some pitch counts, so
yeah.
As of right now, it looked like, both pitchers, inning number 1, Hall throws 11, and then Signorini comes out and throws 12. Hall in the second inning comes out, runs that pitch count up a little bit more.
Yeah, Hall's at 36.
So he's at 36 now. So he went from 11 to 36. So 25 pitches in the second inning. And how many does Signorelli throw?
36.
So they're both sitting at 36 pitches.
So they're both sitting about right. They're both sitting about the same. I think that last inning they both had a few extra on it. Well, they had 2 guys on each. We had 3 guys on. They had 2 guys on last inning. So yeah, they're getting a little.
When you look at pitch counts from a pitching standpoint, a coach likes to see you around that 15, 16 mark per inning. That's the average. So now we're seeing both of these guys start out very low, but they're both up to 18 innings. So Hall now starts off breaking ball outside, and at the plate is going to be number 13, the 9-hole hitter, Cosson. He's playing center field for the Bisons. Fastball just off the plate, I think a little low. And that brings up 2 balls and no strikes. Swung on, hit into left field, but we got a guy. Evan Kelly snags it in, so we record the first out of the top half of the third with a fly ball to the left fielder. So good to see Evan out there making catches. The young man has been solid for most of the year. Went through a little bit of times there where he struggled, but he's definitely overcome that and looking like the old Evan Kelly.
Yeah, Evan's he's got good wheels out there, too.
He
was covering some ground last week. I was watching him, and he chased some balls out here in a foul territory.
Yeah.
Ran them down. Those are some tough balls to get to.
In the box is the leadoff hitter, Pinero. He goes no balls, one strike. Hall fires off speed, and that's drove foul. No balls, two strikes. And I will tell you that the Bisons can swing the bat, so we definitely got to make sure that we stay ourselves into the be ahead in the count, so they're not hitting a comeback pitch. They're hitting our best pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Off speed stayed up, out of the zone. Hall going from the windup. Swung on, hit grounder to Swiger. Swiger fields it, fires across, barely in time. Nice job, good hustle by the leadoff hitter. But we barely. It was
that kid had some wheels.
Step. That kid can run.
I think he had some wheels, yeah.
We talked about this last night. Turf can kind of spoil you as a fielder.
Yeah,
all the
definitely.
balls come at you correctly. There's usually a very rarely a bad hop, but also you sit too much.
The
instead
ball's
of
fast
attacking.
enough, you can wait on it.
Yeah, come attack it a little bit more. So definitely smooth out, but man, that was a half a step.
It's close.
Hall comes back and delivers strike 1. In the box is the second batter, number 5, Kyler Boggs. Grounded to the left side, and just like the last batter, fastball for a looking strike, breaking ball for a strike foul ball down the left side. No balls, 2 strikes. We'd like to see a good clean inning here and get back in there hitting with the top of our lineup. Hall delivers fastball and it's fouled away, and you saw that little change in his motion, trying to speed up that batter's hand.
I like it. I like it.
Joey Adams, one of the faithful Bulldog fans, getting on there saying, "Go Bulldogs." Thanks, Joey, for always watching. And Jason Hudson, we appreciate you. Oh, JJ. Swinging strike 3 on an off-speed pitch. So the Bulldogs retire him inside. 3 up and 3 down. No hits, no walks, no runs, no errors as we go to the bottom half of the third. The top of the lineup is waiting as we come back.
Check this out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have yet to find the mystery outfielder, but I will tell you this, if we don't find him, I know where he's going to be found. He's going to be found as the second batter next inning, as the Bisons will bring to the plate Lucius Signorelli
So we will know
and
who you
Antilio Signorelli. So whoever's batting in that 4 hole is going to be the mystery outfielder. So we're going to keep you on the edge of your seats with some suspense of who they're playing. But here we go. Top of the lineup for the Bulldogs here in the bottom half of the third. And this is where Coach Nate, if you are there coaching, you're thinking, okay, guys, we got to heat up. We got to be ready to rock and roll. Predominant fastball. Not a lot of movement on it. Looks to me about an 82, 83. Not a lot of movement coming from high in the zone, high up top, outside the ear, followed by a breaking ball. And Justin, I think you're spot on. When he throws that high chin music, you can pretty much take it to the bank. You're going to see a breaking ball next pitch.
He's been setting up his pitch. So he's getting up an account. As soon as you see him up an account, he's definitely coming back with a setup pitch. Which, I mean, that's good pitching.
Yeah.
He's being crafty.
Yep.
You can't blame him for that. But as long as our guys don't pick that up, and we don't say, okay, if he's throwing chin music, he's coming back with that next one. As long as we don't pick it up, we're going to struggle.
It's going to keep working.
Yeah.
People say, man, I can't hit his curveball. You know how an easy way to fix that? Hit his fastball.
How about that? Yeah.
Here we go. Brody Brockham, the leadoff hitter. 0 for 1 tonight. Breaking pitch to start off for strike 1. We went through our lineup here, but we've yet to record a hit. Breaking ball down the middle for strike 2. So we've seen 2 breaking balls pitching these batters backwards. Last time he saw 2 fast, then the break, and now we're seeing 2 breaking balls. Question is he coming with a third? Here on the delivery, fastball past the swinging bat of Brockelman records strikeout number 2 on the leadoff hitter. Coming to the plate is number 12, the second baseman. He's had a couple nice plays so far tonight. Tristan Swiger. Swiger had a couple good hits last night that were ran down by the outfielders. They were playing so deep. They caught him back in center field on the warning track. Let's see if he can't get heated up in the 2-hole. Fastball outside for strike 1. You know, all these state standings mean nothing until you play each other.
Yeah.
You know, who's number 8, who's number 9, who's 3. It don't matter. Once you face each other, it figures itself out. Fastball, same spot. Beautiful pitch by Signorini. No balls, 2 strikes, and, you know, the Bulldogs cannot afford to keep digging themselves in a hole.
He keeps getting up in the count, and then we're swinging at pitches we don't. That's not our pitch, you know. Then we're protecting.
So the defense thinks he swung. There was no swung. They did not call it from the umpire. However, smart play by the catcher just in case, but 1 ball, 2 strikes on the check swing. One ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the delivery. Swung on and missed. 2 straight strikeouts. That's 4 strikeouts to our top 2 batters of the night. Coming to the plate, the 3-hole hitter, the pitcher, number 7, Caleb Hall.
Down the inning, that brings up the pitcher, number 7, Caleb.
So you got the guys that have been on fire, having a little struggle. Little loop tonight.
Yeah.
Right? So now what the guys that have been in the struggle, they're going to have to fill in.
That's how baseball rolls.
They're going to have to fill in.
Fastball up and away. Hall watches ball 1. You know, that's the way baseball runs. There's no way to stay hot all year. That's why it takes all 9 guys and preferably 12. You got to have those guys. That's going to help. Fastball outside recorded as strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Hall. Every time he wrinkles that arm out like he's gripping it, he's brings back a fastball. Fastball, low. Two balls, 1 strike. The biggest thing we need here is a base runner. Last inning on with 2 outs, we put a base runner on, and next thing you know, we almost scored. Swung on, just missed it as a fouled straight back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Big swing right there, big swing.
I still say if we can put a ball in play here, if we can get these guys moving, we're going to be in good shape. I would like to test these corners out with some bunts. Let's get a little crafty in the way we're attacking, and we see full count come into the 3-hole hitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payoff pitch is on its way. Signorini is ready. Staring over top the glove from the wind-up position. Delivers breaking ball, called strike 3. Looked pretty good to me. So we've got 3 up and 3 down. We have come into a dogfight tonight.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you come into an LKC semifinal game. People are going to bring their best. So when we come back, top of the 4th, coming right at you.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County Schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook.
Welcome back to the top of the fourth inning as we have a 0-0 ball game. If you like baseball, if you like pitchers, you're going to love this game so far.
That's a dope.
That's been very little offensive production, but both pitchers have been very stellar. I'm looking down out of the booth, and I think I have found our mystery man.
Okay.
The mystery man is number 9, Eli Kreiner. If that is the wrong pronunciation, I am sorry, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Kreiner. Kreiner.
We go to the fourth, leading off.
Hall starts this with 46 pitches on the night. He had a nice, efficient 10-pitch inning number 3. And Signorelli is at 49. So both of these pitchers are having a pretty good night thus far. Hall starts off speed, up and away for ball 1. And at the plate is the pitcher for the Bisons, Lucius Signorini. Swung on, hit right in front of the plate. That's going to be a foul ball. A lot of English on that ball. He does a good job by not letting it hit him because that very easily could have hit the batter, and then he would have been out because at that point it was in fair territory. 1 ball, 1 strike.
What if he's out of the batter's box?
If he's out of the batter's box running, he's out.
If it hits him in the batter's box,
it's foul. It's if he's not in that front corner, foul ball.
A foul ball. Okay. Yeah. So it's very close to either way.
If it hits him while he's in that box, he's a foul ball.
Foul ball, yeah.
That ball went forward and started to kick back. Now, as he's leaving that box, crossing the front of that plate, fair ball.
Right. And if he runs into it across the front of the plate, he's out.
He's out.
Yeah. There we go. Everybody should be clear on that now.
1 ball, 1 strike. Signorini at the plate for the Bisons.
There we go.
In the 3-hole. Pitch is swung on, hit down the left side, almost fielded cleanly. However, it does save a double. Nice job by knocking it down backhand. Not an error. That's going to be a base hit. And the coach calls timeout. He's going to get a pinch runner. Courtesy runner for the pitcher will be number 6 over there, getting some action. Cam Bonnet. Our mystery man is at the plate, number 9, Eli Kreiner. We see Miss Brenda Smith on there. We finally see some bite. There we go. Miss Brenda Smith, she says, let's go Bisons. So far, your Bisons are playing a great defensive game. Pitcher's been looking phenomenal. Welcome to the home of the Bulldogs. Hall looks on, goes from the stretch. We see fastball low in the dirt.
He didn't pull back, did he?
I didn't see him pull back in time, but they give it a ball 1, I believe. Looked like number 9 kept his bat out there. Ball 1, so 1 ball, no strikes. They're looking to get that runner. Pickoff attempt is there. Fire across. We should have him, and he's tagged out. Nice pick move by the senior lefty. Malachi Kelly throws a dart to the second base, and we now have the out. So nobody on with 1 out. So just like they drew it up, great job, Bulldogs.
Real good job. I was talking about Caleb's little pickoff move there.
There it was.
He's got a good one.
So we have 1 ball, no strike. Second pitch coming, swung on and missed by an off speed. And that evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. We are in the top of the 4th, and so far both teams have had runners in scoring position only once. Bisons had in the first or second inning, however, in the second inning, the Bisons had runners at first and second. In the bottom half of that inning, the Bulldogs had themselves bases loaded. Both teams had an attempt to score, but both were shut down by the defense.
It was close. This is good baseball right here. Good baseball.
Fastball stays up for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike. You might be wondering, how did number 9, Mr. Kreiner, get in the game? Antilio Signorini, as we see a strike here, Mr. Signorini slid back into second base on a pickoff attempt, kind of waving that right arm a little shoulder action. Then he tried to come home from second, was thrown out by the right fielder. And when he slid and he reached that right arm around, and when he got up, he told the coach, "My arm's hurting." Coach pulls him out. So we wish that young man the best. Yeah. We'll be praying for him. We don't want to see any of these young men go down with injuries. You might have your favorite team, but by the end of the day, they're all someone's son and good athletes. So
yeah, we've seen him slide in. He slid in pretty hard. It looked like something happened.
And it was clean. He was not touched by any. It looked to me at second base, he jammed it into the bag.
Yeah.
So no collision, clean baseball, but that's just how it goes. So we start off 1 ball, no strikes. Off speed is hit into left field. That's going to be a base hit. Kelly fields it, gets the ball back in quickly, and that limits to a single. So the 5-hole hitter does what he's supposed to do, Mr. Gillespie, with a single into left field, and that's going to bring up the 6-hole, Mr. Rotan. Rotan started out over at third base and now has found himself over at first base for the Bisons. Runner at first, 2 outs. Little tighter lead that time. And I will tell you, Maxwell has been playing an absolute stellar defensive game tonight.
He's looked really good back there.
He has looked good.
He's looking a little more upbeat. You know, I'm seeing him. He's really picked it up. The further along that we go in the season, I'm seeing more and more and more leadership out of him. It's a really good thing to see.
Yeah. You know, and you forget, he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
You know, you look at this Bulldogs lineup, you've got a sophomore behind the plate, a junior at third, a junior at short, a sophomore at second. You've got a junior in left field, a senior in center, and a sophomore in right. So, I mean, they're pretty young. They've got important seniors, don't get me wrong, but the team itself is pretty much filled with a lot of underclassmen. You got a few juniors out there, but a lot of sophomores.
What makes this team, they're rotational too.
Right.
They're rotational.
They play a lot of positions.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the delivery. Off speed, gets him on his front foot. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Definitely a beautiful evening for baseball. Fastball makes it about 60 feet. And that's going to be a wild pitch by Hall.
Nobody hurt here.
Nope.
You know, Caleb just take a little walk, take a second, take a breather. Give him a second. Get back in it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The runner does advance. Good job by Maxwell blocking it, knocked it forward. However, the young man did advance. At the plate is Hunter Rattan for the Bisons. 2-2 count. Fastball popped up. Does it get out of play? Yes, it does. So he stays alive.
They still have popsicles for the foul balls.
Foul balls tonight. They're giving away free popsicles. I heard them yell. So if we get one up here, go get me a popsicle.
There's been plenty of foul balls, plenty of popsicles back there in the woods.
You know, the mathematical genius behind that. Those baseballs are $9 a ball, and that popsicle is like 3 cents.
That's right.
So they're getting a $9 ball back, and it's only cost them 3 cents. I'll take that deal all day. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Hall delivers a punch out. Excellent job by the Bulldogs. As we go to the bottom half of the 4th, it's been a pitcher's duel so far. Let's see which one can last the longest as we come back in the bottom of the 4th.
Check this out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to take our time to welcoming you here to the home of the Bulldogs as way of WVRC, Doddridge County. And this has been such a great production ability for these young kids clear around not just this county, but a lot of the counties around us have jumped in with them. So our hats off to them as they've allowed these student athletes and students alike the ability to have this kind of broadcast for, signing day and for graduation and for, a choir performance and softball games and all the athletes, but as well as all the students. Yeah. Anytime they have anything going on inside the school, WVRC, they broadcast it. So you can always go on YouTube, Facebook, and you can go back and watch all the games. Coach doesn't always like it because it's easy recruiting. It's easy scouting against us. But, it's great for these young men. They enjoy it. At the plate, number 10, the 4-hole hitter, Dane Murphy, playing third base, comes to the plate. Fastball hit hard by Dane over top the right fielder. Is that going to get past him? That's past him. That's going to be extra bases, and he gets a ground rule double. So there we go. Could that be the spark that the Bulldogs have been looking for? Because now at the plate comes your senior leader, Rakiski.
There we go.
Now, Coach, do you bunt here? Oh. Get that runner to third base? Yes, I would.
Oh, yeah. All day. You're going to get him around the bases at all costs. That does not matter.
Right now, I'd be bunting that ball right to the third baseman. Let's get Dane over there. Got the defense is back.
As much as I hate to say it, Luke, you got a job to do.
Hopefully the coach gives him the signal. Yes, he does. Good bunt by Luke. That's going to move the runner. They check him. Not in time. They do record the out. However, we got Murphy standing 90 feet away. Pass ball scores, ground ball scores, fly ball scores. Kids at home watching, that's baseball.
Anything but a strikeout, right?
Every recruiter that came to watch tonight looked over here at Rakiski, and a lot of young people say, well, he didn't get a hit. No, that kid knows how to play baseball.
That's it.
That was baseball. Excellent job. Maybe a shove bunt right here would be a good idea. Let's score a run. Hunter gets into the box. The defense is up, which puts a lot of holes out there. We got a pop-up bunt. What are we doing? At the plate comes number 8, Malachi Kelly. That ball was up out of the zone for a ball, and we stabbed upwards at it. So here comes Malachi Kelly to the plate. Swung on. That's going to be a base hit. So there scores a run.
Malachi.
Nice job by the senior. Excellent line drive in that right center gap. So we've seen a double to the right center gap. We've seen a good bunt by our senior Luke Rakiski, and then a nice line drive base hit into right center.
Nice hit, Malachi.
Backside base hits are what you need to be successful against a good fastball.
That was a good hit. Good hit. He was on the ball. What was the count on that? I wasn't even.
0-0.
Oh, well, first pitch. There it is.
Jump on it. Maxwell Nicholson comes to the plate. The catcher tonight has done amazing dirty work back there. Kept the ball in front of him all night long. No pass balls. One wild pitch. We'll see how the Bisons respond. Fastball finds itself away from the zone, so putting the ball in play, it does work. Malachi Kelly has had 2 barrels tonight. Hard line drive that the second baseman kind of jumped out of the way at it in the second inning. If you go back to that.
Happy to see that from Malachi.
Fastball off the plate, but not far enough, and that's going to be strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Nicholson. Yes, it's good to see Malachi swinging the bat. He's got a lot of pop in that bat. He just
does.
Hasn't settled in so far. Maxwell takes the ball off the plate, pushes it foul for 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitcher for the Bison, Signorini, has done an excellent job. He has went through 4 innings and so far given up 1 run on just 2 hits. So he's been very efficient as we see fastball up and away. Malachi Kelly sliding in and gets tagged. Malachi not known as the fastest cat out there, but being aggressive to second base. Here we go, top of the 5th. Bulldogs finally punch one across, and they go to the top of the 5th, leading 1-0 over the Bisons, and we'll be right back.
Mission in motion. In Doddridge County Schools, our students are becoming future ready, rising up with bright minds and big goals. Together, we are united to make a difference.
Welcome back here as we go to the top half of the fifth. We finally see some action come across the plate. So far, both teams have had attempts at the plate. If we go back to the second inning for the Bisons, they had a runner on third, which was Mr. Attilio Signorini. He tries to score from second. Hunter Hayhurst from right field fires the ball one hop to the plate, throws him out at the plate, and that also caused Mr. Signorini to exit the ball game. I don't believe he's hurt as far as anything serious. I do believe that he stoved his shoulder up, diving back into the second base bag. Then the Bulldogs go bases loaded. Young man with 2 outs hits an absolute line drive. Mr. DeHaven caught by the first baseman. If that gets by the first baseman, it's a double, it's a triple, it scores everybody.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
So this game is close to where it would be a much higher score than it is.
Yeah.
And then last inning, bottom of the fourth, we had the big Great Dane with a ground rule double into right center, followed up by the bunt by Rikiski, which pushes him to third, and then a great base hit by Malachi Kelly. So here we are. You're caught up to speed. It's the top of the fifth, and at the plate for Bisons is number 14 as he punches one right over top the second baseman's head. So number 14, Hudson, records a single on the first pitch of the top of the fifth. Hall. There's the bunt right down the third base line, fielded by Murphy, thrown across. So good defense, but even better offense. Nice job. They get the runner in scoring position by giving up an out by the sac bunt. Nice job by that young man by laying down the bet, Mr. Carter Webb, the left fielder. And now you have the 9-hole hitter, Jake Cosson, coming to the plate, and he's playing center field tonight. Runner is at second. We have 1 out. Hall gets the signal, delivers fastball past the swinging bat.
Nice little pop there on that fastball.
Hall usually sits somewhere in that 82 to 83 range from the left side. Swung on and missed. So we go no balls and 2 strikes. I just heard someone say that they had a radar gun down there, and the young man from Bison is throwing 85, 86 tonight. So nice job by him climbing it up the ladder there. This is what the Bulldogs need to see in order, if they're going to make a good run at this like they want to, they got to see those kind of speeds. So fastball low and away brings 1 ball, 2 strikes to the 9-hole hitter, Mr. Cosson, the center fielder for Bisons. Again, no help by the wind tonight. Flag is laying flat. Pitch counts have been pretty decent tonight by both pitchers. They've been efficient. And a strike 3 by a swinging bat of the 9-hole hitter. So we got 2 outs. Runner is in scoring position. So we do want to make sure we don't give up that easy base hit, keep it in front of us. But a base hit possibly could put a run across the board. And it's funny how baseball goes. You'll play 6 innings with no run. If one team scores, it's like, oh, now everybody scores.
It's like dominoes.
This young man can swing it right here.
So this guy, yeah, he's got wheels. He gets the ball on the ground. He's going to be a tough out.
Pinero at the plate. The leadoff hitter sees fastball to the outside. A very large lead. Secondary, I should say, by the runner on second. So we've got to make sure we don't get lazy throwing that ball back. Good check by Maxwell. Off-speed pitch, fouls it away. We have 1 ball, 1 strike.
What do you think we're going to come with here, Ben, on this next pitch? 1-1 count.
I think you should come back with another off-speed pitch, back door. I think the batter's going to probably thinking fastball here, but
he's in. He's going in on him.
the changeup looked like low and inside. The changeup looked really good in the first 1-2 innings, and after that he's failed to get it to the plate consistently. The fastball, the curveball's been there, but the changeup, which is usually his strikeout pitch, has been struggling a little bit.
He's just making the adjustment. I see. I am seeing that changeup getting in dirt a little bit. But
ball right past the catcher, left up and away. Now we got a runner. The tying run is 90 feet away as Hall throws his second wild pitch of the night. 3 balls, 1 strike. And like you said, Justin, this young man here can run. So even though it's a ground ball to the infield, it's not a guaranteed out.
No.
And the infielders, they know it now, and that's going to speed them up a little bit, which can also create some problems.
Sure.
Speed kills at this level. Swung on, drove foul, so we go to the full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
you know, you get these guys that fundamentally have fast hands, fast feet. They want to move fast. They want to get the ball around. You slow them down just a little bit, and they get a lot more productive.
Yeah.
You know, slow is fast, and a lot of these things, you know.
Because they're smooth.
You're smoother, yeah.
Full count delivery. Here it is, just up and away. And that's going to bring the 2-hole hitter, number 5, Mr. Boggs, to the plate. He is the center fielder tonight.
2 down. That brings up number 5, Kyler Boggus.
So that makes a forced play at any bag.
Yeah, first and second. We got runners at first and runners at first and third. So we got some options out there. However, we just got to keep this guy from scoring. Everybody in the world knew we were going to pick over right there, including the Bisons. Not a bad idea. Keep him honest. They're trying to get him to balk out there. Senior needs to take a big, deep breath. Don't let your feet get ahead of your head. He settles in, delivers. Fastball up for ball 1. So we have 1 ball, no strike. Runner is on third. He got there by the way of a base hit over top the second baseman. Fastball outside. 2 balls, no strike. So it starts to become decision time by the coach. You know, what are we going to do? He's going to come talk to him. Here he comes.
They're letting that runner kind of get in the middle of what their priority is here. You know, they just need to really buckle down, focus on this batter. You got 2 outs. Get the batter.
Yeah.
Or let your defense make a play behind you. Don't worry about the runner.
And this is where, you know, Coach Nate makes his money. This is why he's the head coach, because now decision time starts to come. We're here in the upper 50s, maybe low 60s pitch count.
Well,
actually it's at 77. So I would say pretty short leash from here. Probably last inning that you're going to see from Hall. Would be nice to see this out recorded.
Is it an 80 pitch count? Is that where it defers another day or two?
I'd have to go look that up. You know, 1-run ball game, the biggest thing is you got to win the game you're in. You know, so after that, do you go over to Swiger? Do you go to Hunter? You know, where do you go next? Because you're going to have to go to somebody before this game's over. Fastball outside for strike 1, 2 balls, 1 strike. And that's the pitch that was not getting called in the first inning. And then as the game has progressed, we've seen that a little bit of open. So about 1 ball off the plate now we can start to say we're getting. And both teams drove deep fly ball, shallow fly ball. Did not go as far as I thought. We're camped underneath that. Ooh! Rakiski comes over and runs right into the left fielder, and that's going to be out number 3. We dodge a bullet as we go to the bottom half.
Who wants the ball?
Of the 5th inning. It's my ball. I always told him be the playground bully. Every ball off the bat's my ball.
Who wants the ball?
Here we go. Bottom half of the 5th inning. Bulldogs lead 1-0. We'll be right back.
Check this out.
Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are having karaoke night up here in the press box as we're singing The Devil Went Down to Georgia. And I tell you what, I didn't know Mr. Russ Colley could sing so well, but he is definitely the songbird of his generation. Here we go. So we are in the bottom half of the fifth inning. The Bulldogs do have a 1-0 lead, but it's far from comfortable. Mr. Signorelli has been efficient all night long, and the scouting report came in that he was probably low 8s, and it sounds like he's sitting between 84 and 86 tonight. So we're seeing a good arm by a young man that is probably about a 6'3", 6'4" guy just by up here looking.
See a man that's in high school here, and he's setting up the next pitch with the pitch before.
Yeah.
So he's pitching guys backwards. He's doing an excellent job. He's in mid-8s. He's got good breaking stuff. He's making it hard for these guys to hit. Obviously, you can see the score, and it shows. I mean, the hits are down. He's doing a good job. As long as he keeps going in here, he is loosening up a little bit. He's getting a little squirrely, but
now, we've seen that before. What do you think's coming next?
Well, when he goes up and in like that, usually he's going to come back with a slider right at your shoulder area,
yep.
right at the face or shoulder area, and it's going to break in over. It's going to make you flinch. So he's just setting up that pitch. Where we go? No,
fastball away.
Maybe
for strike one.
I think that was just a wild pitch on that one.
1 ball, 1 strike as the flag starts to blow a little bit out to dead center. Not a lot, but a little. Little breeze never hurt anybody. Fastball finds itself low and away for ball number 2. Maxwell Nicholson is the young man at the plate. He's played an excellent defensive catching so far tonight. Great hustle by him. Fastball low. Ooh, they call that one. So that outside corner has gotten even wider tonight. That one's on the white line.
He was out there.
Here we go. So we got 2 balls. And listen, we are sitting right over top the plate, so we got a pretty good view. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hits him. He slid off the mound that time. That's the second time tonight we've seen Signorelli fall off the mound and kind of stumble a little bit. So this brings to the plate Josh DeHaven, the senior DH for Evan Kelly tonight.
Number 3.
He had a line drive to the first baseman earlier in the game that would have been a base-clearing triple if it gets past him, but the first baseman catches him, and we see some action down there in the bullpen. Looks like Tristan Swiger, and I would agree you got to win this game to get to the next.
That's right. Not against that.
No.
I'm not against bringing it.
Got to win.
That's it.
Every game on the card is important, and none more important than the game you're in. No balls, 1 strike. Here comes the bunt. Beautiful bunt. DeHaven is fast as well. It just barely is called out. Great hustle by that young man, and that puts the runner in scoring position with Brody Brockelman coming to the plate. I like it. We're putting the ball in play, a little bit of small ball, and that's what you got to do right here because every little run is a little extra padding.
It's a pitcher's duel. The only thing you're going to make stuff happen is small.
Yep. Who can execute? I think that was clean. I think that was point number 3. Clean defense and fundamental execution. Swung on and hit. That looks like it could be a base hit. Fires across to first. Brody is safe. So now we have runners at first and third. 1 out. Brockelman with a single in the 6 hole. Nice slide by the shortstop. If that ball gets by him, we are scoring. So good job defensively by the shortstop. And here comes Tristan Swiger, the second baseman. Bulldogs knocking on the door once again.
Number 12, Tristan Swiger.
Can score multiple ways here. Preferably a base hit. Signorini looks on, delivers, and we are chasing these bunting opportunities out of the zone. When you square to bunt in this situation, you're looking for a ball middle away, but not away out of the zone, Justin.
So on that bunt and run, you're going to do anything you can to foul the ball off, no matter what.
Ball that far out of the zone, the runner from third base, it's not a suicide, it's a delay.
Right.
So he's got to watch the ball down, but he's got to be in a running motion before the pitch is to the plate.
Right.
There it is again. Now that's executed perfect.
Nice.
Perfect execution by the shove bunt.
Tristan. Real good job, Tristan.
Now you're looking at 2 runs across the board. We'll give up that out all day long in a situation like that. We still got a runner in scoring position. Your 3-hole hitters up at the plate. This is where possibly you can break a game loose if we can get a good ball in the gap here. And if anybody's due, it's number 7.
I love hearing you so humble on here right now, knowing who's up the bat, knowing what could happen here.
Never know. Caleb's looking on. Got to get a barrel on it. Facing a very good, tough right-handed pitcher from Buffalo. Swung on and drove into left field. That's going to be down for a base hit. Brody's coming to the plate. Play is going to be there, and he is safe. RBI single by Hall on the backside. He advances to second on the throw, so it'll go down as a single RBI. Advance on the throw, and now the Bison's coach wants to come talk as the Bulldogs start to heat up here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, and it all came from a couple little small ball bunt plays. Right. Excellent job. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after these short messages.
Check this out.
Welcome back. Here we are after the coach has a little talk with Signorini. He stays on the mound. Dane Murphy comes to the plate, and the last time was a ground rule double deep to right center, and they do make the adjustment. Fastball up and in for ball number 1. So the right fielder has camped himself deep into right field.
It's a little up and in, a little chin music again. See what he's going to come back with here.
Could see off speed after that pitch. We see him from the stretch. I haven't seen it a lot tonight. Hall out there dancing around. Fastball swung and popped up. Never know. It's out there deep into right field, and he makes the catch. So we go to the top of the 6th inning with the score 3, the Bisons 0. And we'll be right back.
Looking for automotive service you can trust? Turn to Rokiski Service Center in Clarksburg, West Virginia. Family owned and operated since 1924. We've proudly served generations of local drivers with dependable, honest automotive care. From routine maintenance like oil changes, brakes, and tires, to lift kits, custom wheels, and off-road accessories, we help keep your vehicle ready for anything. Visit Rokiski Service Center at 798 West Pike Street or call 304-623-2836 today. That's Rokiski Service Center, 304-623-2836.
All right, here we go. Caleb Hall on the mound with Luis Spagnarini, the pitcher, up to bat with the pitch. Fouled off. Strike one. You back now?
We're back.
Okay.
We're back. I ran into a couple of guys down there I haven't seen in a couple of years, so that's always a good time. Seeing Hall back on the mound. Swung on. That ball's drove deep into left field. That may be out of here. Home run. Signorini, the pitcher. Go help yourself. Great swing, good barrel.
Signorini helps his own cause and goes deep to left for the first run for the Bison.
He took an off-speed pitch and just drove it.
Yeah. They hang off speed pitches. That's what happens a little bit, you know. I don't even say he hung it. He got up under it there.
Oh, yeah, it was a good pitch. He just drove it. That's a big boy swinging a big bat. Mm-hmm. It's 3-1. So Bison's put their first run across the board at about 370 out there in the left field. 325 to the fence, went over about a 330, 340, and it cleared by a mile.
That was halfway in the parking lot.
That was a shot.
Yeah, it was a rip.
That ball was a shot. Pinch hitter. So now we have a pinch hitter, number 8. He's going to come in for Kreiner, and that's going to be number 8, Rutan. Trevor Rutan's his brother, number 12. And here comes number 8. Hall delivers fastball, ball 1. Going from the windup. Fastball low. So we had a fastball up, fastball down. 2 balls, no strikes. As we are in the top half of the 6th, the score is 3-1 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Come on, Caleb.
Fastball low, ball 3.
Come on.
I see Caleb. He's got a little fall off on the side there. You know, that just comes with, you know, he's later in his pitches, about 80 pitches right now. That didn't look bad.
Might want to. Here comes Coach Nate. I would say the evening is over for the starter. And it's going to be a good decision here to go ahead and get him off the mound, get somebody else in there. Let's go attack. As I don't know if that baseball has yet to land. That was hit for the home run there by Mr. Signorini. So now decision time comes. Who are we going to go to? It looks like Tristan Swiger.
Okay. I mean, you can't say anything wrong with that. Anytime you're putting Tristan on the mound.
This is your 1-1 in most situations. Caleb and Tristan, hard to separate the two from each other. Swiger, a hard-throwing righty. He has been efficient for the Bulldogs all year long. He threw an absolute gem of a game against Williamstown the other night where he battled into a 1-0 loss. Pitched a complete game, 70-some pitches there against Williamstown, and I will tell you, he competed very, very well, kept him off balance. They scored due to an error.
Was it off of error?
A walk?
A walk and an error. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I knew he had walked, but I didn't know if it was off an error.
I think he only gave up 1 or 2 hits the entire night, and none of them were barreled. So Hall sees himself exit the game with about 83 pitches on the night. Was very efficient, gave up 3 hits until the bomb into left field by Mr. Signorini. So both pitchers drew blood off of each other. Hall last inning drew a single into left field, and Signorini does have the step up so far with the bomb to left field, both causing 1 run for their teams. Both pitchers have been efficient, to say the least. So the Bulldogs will be riding the right shoulder of number 12. Hopefully can get short work here in the 6th and the 7th, because you'd like to see this young man, if the Bulldogs can come away with a victory, see him on the mound again for redemption, whoever we play against on Friday.
Yeah. I'm just really I'm sorry to you know, but Caleb he threw an excellent game.
He threw a good game.
Caleb threw fantastic. Keeping the ball down, mixing it up, changing tempos, changing timing. He's crafty, and to bring in these guys that you're playing, these are good ball players. These are athletes. These aren't just your mediocre team. This isn't just a decent team we're playing on the road. Or these guys came in here to play ball. They came in here to beat us.
That's right, and they threw their ace up on the mound, and he's been as advertised, and I would say even just a little better than as advertised. I was expecting 82, 83, and the call is 84, 86 down there on the radar gun. So Tristan Swiger starts off with a man aboard on first. Fastball swung on and fouled back by number 4, and that is going to be Mr. Nate Gillespie at the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Swiger is going to attack, that is for sure. He is definitely one of those pitchers that are not going to let off. And that off speed looked pretty good. I don't know where it missed. Definitely was not outside. Must have been just a little up as the count is evened 1-1.
Left and right looked pretty good.
Fastball inside for strike number 2. So you got 1 ball, 2 strikes. And in a night like this where it's about 75, 80 degrees, he's loose, you're going to see Swiger run that up between the 85 and 84, 85 mark pretty consistently from the sophomore righty. Fastball low and away. Great work by Maxwell to keep that ball in front and, more importantly, the runner at first.
So you got these guys that are coming in relieving, and they're starting pitchers.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
It is hard.
That's
Swiger
tough.
is usually a starter, a distance guy. Off speed looked good, just a little up, so he goes full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and we already have 1 aboard. So over there on first base is number 8, which was the pinch hitter, Rutan. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Nice pitch, low and away. Got him to chase. So Swiger comes in, records the first out by the way of a strikeout. And now to the plate comes the brother of the guy on first, number 12, Hunter Rutan.
Rutan, okay.
I saw their uncle down there. I coached with him.
Okay.
He was down there watching the game, so he pulled me aside. I had no idea, so kind of cool to see that. He was bragging on the boys. Fastball finds, I don't know where that is, but the umpire did not like it. So we got 1 ball, no strikes. Swiger delivers off speed. That's going to find it right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beautiful pitch. That one dropped right in there, Justin.
Yeah, it did. It did. Kind of scratching my head here. He's all over the plate right here on the corners, up, around. Nothing down the pipe. Nothing over the plane.
Fastball just off the plate for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Maxwell was set up just a hair outside, but he caught it right in the square of his body, so maybe the umpire didn't like it, made it a little too down. Breaking ball right down the middle, strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rutan has got to be guessing now of what's coming. We've thrown 2 fastballs away, 2 curveballs down the pike.
Fastball.
Call him fastball. Here we go. You heard it first here, folks. 2-2.
Fastball
Here comes fastball. Will it punch him away? And it does. Fastball right past the swinging bat of Rutan for 2 outs.
That might have been a cutter, but it was on the fast end. It was on the fastball side. It was a cutter, though, I think.
At the plate is number 14, Mr. Hudson, Britton Hudson. He's playing right field, or I should say was playing right field. I think he actually might have came to third base. I don't know. They've shifted some guys. Curveball way up and over.
I tell you, Maxwell's been getting some real good hops off the backstop.
He has.
It's a couple wild pitches.
He has.
It don't always happen like that. I think he surprised himself the ball came to him.
A little wild pitch there by Swiger. Keep him honest.
He's setting up the curveball.
Swung on, hit into right field. And Hunter, does he make the catch? He says he has it. Umpire says it hits the ground.
What?
So throw him out at second, and we throw it away. So they say the ball hits the turf. Runner from second scores.
What?
It looked pretty clean from here. But we're going to have a discussion about it nonetheless. Head coach comes over, gets permission from the head umpire to go out and speak to the field umpire. He's going to plead his case. However, I would be very shocked if you ever see a return over call. He said, no, it hit the turf, Coach.
It didn't hit the turf. He was under the ball.
It looks like the play is going to stand. We had a chance to get the guy at second. We missed the guy at second. So now the Bisons have got to be pretty excited about where they're sitting. Top of the sixth. They scored 2 runs. The score is 3-2. And the Bisons are in scoring position. Number 2 comes to the plate. It's going to be Carter Webb. Swiger, fastball low, ball 1.
Come on, Tristan, bring it a little harder in there. It'll come up.
Swiger looks on from the stretch. Fastball past the swinging bat of number 2. Webb for an even count now, 1 ball, 1 strike. Foul ball down the left field line. That's going to get out of play. First ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. So
here you see he's way ahead of you on your fastball right there.
Yeah, don't slow it down.
What are you going to bring?
Listen, a run like this, if he's that far away, I'm probably going to throw a hard curveball right here.
Yeah.
Let him be way out in front of it.
Yeah, he's already ahead of your fastball.
Yep.
You're just going to let him stay all the way ahead and break him off here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bisons have scored 2 this inning. Deuces wild on the board. If you yell it out from the dugout, here we go. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed with the breaking ball. Thrown to first base, records the out, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Not before the Bisons put 2 across the plate and making it interesting. It is 3-2 in favor of the good guys. We'll be right back.
Check this out.
Bulldog Station in Doddridge County Sports is a winning combination. For all your pizzas, subs, and salads, call Bulldog Station at 304-666-1364. Open Monday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Tuesday and Wednesday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday and Friday 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Saturdays 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Bulldog Station located at 323 West Main Street, West Union, West Virginia. Let's go Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's right.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to find out the pitch count here. We have Mr. Signorini. He is sitting at 70 pitches. He's been more than efficient throughout the 5 innings that he has recorded, and now we're in the bottom half of the 6th. So he's sitting about par for the course where you would want your pitcher to be. So we have Luke Rakiski in the 5-hole, a senior center fielder. He had a really good sack bunt earlier in the game, but let's see one of these power hits. He throws the ball low into the turf, and that's going to bring ball 1. So
he's at 80, he's at 70.
You start to think about the Bisons, where they're at pitching-wise. You know, are they going to have to make a pitching change? I'd say if they get an efficient inning here, they'll probably ride him for the game.
Yeah.
If the Bulldogs want to see pitcher number 2, they're going to have to get through pitcher 1 first, and they got a little bit of work to do.
Yeah.
3-2 as we go to the bottom of the 6th with a 1-1 count. Curveball misses just inside for 2 balls and 1 strike.
Looks same place as last one.
2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. The leadoff hitter for the inning is Luke Rakiski. Swung on and hit down the left field line, just foul. And that brings a 2 balls, 2 strikes. This has been a very efficient ball game. Not a lot of mistakes made by either team. Both teams have pretty much earned everything that they've received so far. So fastball right down the middle for strike 3 to Rakiski. So leadoff hitter goes down and strikes, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, the only man on the field that knows if he caught the ball or trapped the ball. Only he knows.
I can't wait to ask him.
I can't wait to ask him. So here we go. Number 11,
Number 11,
Hunter Hayhurst comes to the plate, and man, we could use a base runner right here. Kind of stepping out of the box. That's not a good mix when a guy throws the curveball for strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike. Signorini has not lost much velocity whatsoever, and he's still very efficient with the off-speed pitch as he gets ahead. No balls, 2 strikes.
That's what he has proven
Yeah.
tonight. Like he just continues to get up in the count, and he gets to do what he wants to do as a pitcher there. You can work.
I would say he signed somewhere. I would like to see if anybody knew where this young man was going to play next year,
yeah.
if he is a senior. I think
Does
that he
anybody
is.
know?
I could be wrong. If there's any, we see the Mr. and Mrs. Smith is on here from the Bisons. If anybody from Bison Land is out there listening to us two ramble tonight, we'd love to know, number one, is this man a senior, which he looks like he's a senior by far. And if he is, where is he playing next year? Is he looks like, almost hit the batter, but it just missed him. So we'd like to be able to follow him up. We'd love to watch these guys in their career.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when they leave high school, they're all a Mountaineer. 1 ball, 2 strikes on a swinging strike 3. So he records the first 2 batters going down in strikes, and that is not the way that we wanted to start the bottom half of the 6th, as we have Malachi Kelly coming to the plate. Malachi is the 7-hole hitter. You know, worst case, we want to see Malachi get on. Of course, you want to see runs scored, but we want to do everything that we can to try to get ourselves to the top of the lineup again, if need be, for the bottom half of a 7 inning. So Malachi is sitting in the 7-hole tonight. Had a nice line drive last time. Fastball finds its way, strike 1. Beautiful inside strike. And it goes no balls, 1 strike.
I see a calmness about Malachi right now.
Yeah.
He don't have no pressure on. He got a hit last time. Kind of took some pressure off. It's good to see.
Fastball low. So we got a 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Breaking ball finds its way, and I don't know why we bail out on that. He has consistently thrown that all night for a strike. Swung on, strike 3, 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Signorini has not lost his effectiveness from the mound. As we go to the top half of the 7, we're looking for those 3 magical outs, and the Bisons are looking for that magical run. So we'll find out who finds what when we come back.
I thought you said.
Welcome back. And we're checking scores from around the LKC, and we flip over and we see the Williamstown-Gilmer County game is finalized, and it is the Yellow Jackets that won that game by a score of 3-2. It looks like Burge for Williamstown through one inning, and then Powell came in and threw the next 6 innings. So not really sure what happened to Burge, if anything, but Burge threw 14 pitches, Powell threw 99, and Gilmer threw Colton Holbert for 104 pitches. So excellent job by Gilmer, is fighting a very tough Williamstown. So whoever wins this ball game is going to face Burge, I would say, unless there was an injury. You're going to face Burge from Williamstown.
I think they probably brought Burge in to close right there on that last inning.
Could have been. That could be what it is. Why am I thinking it should have been first inning?
One inning, yeah.
It could have been one inning at the end.
Yep.
So here we go. We got to win this ball game. Loser will play the Titans. Winner plays the Yellow Jackets.
Nice.
Tristan starts off firing for strike one. And at the plate is number 13, Cosson. So if you are a Bison fan, you're sitting right in the spot you want. 9-1-2. And they've been effective in that order. Check swing, and yes, he did. So we go no balls and 2 strikes. We are in the top of the 7th in a 3-2 ball game, almost mirroring the Yellow Jackets. He puts a ball in the dirt, and it is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Not a bad location. When you can trust your catcher, it's nice on an 0-2 count to throw one down there because sometimes they chase those.
That's a good spot. Yeah, it is. It's a good spot, especially he's trying to protect. He's coming, and then Tristan's bringing all he's got. Bring it down low. See if you can get a bat on. Get him to swing the bat there. Right now, he's up in the count so far. He's got to protect. So Tristan's in a good spot here.
Defense got to be ready. Here we go. Swinging miss. Gets away from. Fires up to first. Makes the play on the outside. Excellent job by the Bulldogs as they record the first out. But don't get too excited yet because the Bisons are at the top of their lineup and they are hungry for 1 run. So the good thing is they're at the top of the lineup with an out. So that takes away that, hey, let's bunt to get a guy into scoring position. Now they got to play baseball. They got to play baseball. So we got to play baseball. We got to play defense and walk out of here. So Swiger fires fastball past the bat at number 1, which is Pinero, and he has been efficient tonight. Great shortstop.
Tristan just blew that ball by him right there. I was kind of pleased to see that. I was surprised to see that because that number 1 guy, he's got a good bat.
No balls, 1 strike. Swung on and missed. High fastball, strike 2. Coach 0-2, 2 fastballs right past his bat. I say don't change the velocity and keep it above the hands. Swiger pumps it in there.
Oh, I was smoking right there. I was moving.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Bulldogs looking for a victory tonight. We got number 2 in the LKC as the Bulldogs. Number 3 are the Bisons. However, there's a check swing for strike 3. We're down to 1 final out. And what you have here is not only an LKC matchup. This is number 8, number 9 in the state in AA. So this is for some movement clear around the state for tonight. This is a good victory for either one of these teams.
Yeah.
And it's been a very good ball game. Both sides have played very clean, efficient baseball, as they should. Up the plate is number 5, Kyler Bogus. And off speed in there for strike 1.
Wanted to say this about the Buffalo fellas, and I've noticed is their teammanship. It's been a good game. It has. It's been polite. It's been mannerisms. I've seen things in this baseball game that you don't usually see.
Yeah.
The national anthem, how they stood. I give my respects to Buffalo's team here. They're playing a good game.
1-1 count with 2 outs. And they're not going to roll over. This is definitely a team that knows how to win late in the games. Yeah. Swinging bat at number 5, off speed, low and away. Now we go 1 ball, 2 strikes, and do the fans get on their feet with a slow clap looking for strike number 3. Can we find it here? Swiger, wind up, delivers, swung on, hit to center field. Rakiski's under it, and there is your ball game as the Bulldogs find a way to win with a score of 3-2. And when we come back, folks, don't go anywhere. Let's talk and find out who our players of the game are, and we'll have a conversation with them. We'll run down a couple things about each team, and we'll talk to the coach after these brief messages.
Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia, is a family-owned and operated business. We have a full showroom with displays of flooring ranging from luxury vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, carpet, sheet vinyl, carpet tiles, and more. We offer commercial and residential installation. Let's turn your home or business into something special. Call 304-869-3969. Financing is available. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's Ellenboro Floors, located at 23 West Washington Avenue in Ellenboro, West Virginia. Call 304-869-3969 or visit us on Facebook. Key Oil Company has been a proud member of the North Central West Virginia community since 1978. Key Oil Company has been drilling and producing gas and oil in West Virginia for nearly 50 years. Home office located in Weston, West Virginia. Key Oil Company is a proud supporter of all Doddridge County student athletes. Let's go Bulldogs!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we have wrapped up what was a very as-advertised matchup between two powerhouse baseball teams in Double-A this year. We saw Mr. Signorini be dominant on the mound for the Bisons. It's one of those games where you hate to see someone lose because both pitchers, pitched phenomenal. Both teams played flawless baseball. But at the end of the day, as a hometown favorite, we're glad the Bulldogs were on top, but we want to say thank you to the Bisons. Their head coach has a classy team. These young men played great baseball. Our best wishes and hopes for Mr. Antilio Signorini as he left the game in the early parts, which definitely could be a factor because that's a 4-hole hitter. Big, strong batter, went out with a right shoulder injury. I don't think it's anything serious, but I'm not a doctor. But we wish him the best. So, Justin, let's talk. Who is what did you see tonight? Who do we bring up here to the box and talk to?
Well, for sure it was a pitching duel. Caleb Hall did an excellent job staying crafty, staying tempo-matic, just very good at putting the ball where it needed to be. Then you had Tristan. You had Tristan Swagger come down and just throw absolute darts, and they couldn't even catch up with him. He looks really good. Dane Murphy, 2-run double or a bounce-over double, also with some solid hits, some good defense. I think those three we got between Caleb Hall, Tristan Swagger, and Dane Murphy.
I like it. I like it. So we'll hear from those guys, and this is wrapping up for a contest. If I can rub a magic 8-ball and look at it, I would say that you'll see Burgess on the mound for Williamstown, and I would bet my bottom dollar after a 2 to 3 day rest, you'll see Swigert back on the mound for the Bulldogs. So the Yellow Jackets, Williamstown Burgess, their ace. You're going to see one of our aces with Swigert on the mound for what is going to shape up to be a very, very good LKC championship game on Friday.
I can't wait. It's going to be
the Bisons,
a barn burner. It is.
The Bisons got to take on a very tough Gilmer County team. They got to play Friday against Gilmer, and that'll be at South Harrison if the weather permits. If not, they'll be here to play. And that'll be both teams actually are doing that. The Bulldogs and Williamstown will play at South Harrison. Gilmer County against Buffalo at South Harrison. If the field is not playable due to weather, they would play those games here. Those games on Friday night, if you're listening, those games Friday night will be covered by Braxton Live. They do a fantastic job with that. Braxton Live will be watching on, and they will be bringing their camera crew and their announcing booth. So it'll be fantastic for these young men. They do a spectacular job, so the game will be good. If I look at the Titans and kind of knowing a little bit about them, they threw their ace tonight, 104 pitches, and kept the bats of the Williamstown Yellow Jackets at bay. It was a very, very good tight contest, 3-2.
Yeah.
I would venture to say you may see the Jacob Stewart possibly on the mound for them tonight or Friday night against the Bisons. And for the Bisons, I'm hoping their young man that went out of the game tonight is okay.
I hope he's not injured, yeah.
Because to me, I would think their lefty, the twin brother, Signorini, would be on the mound. So I think you're going to see good baseball Friday night. Tune into Braxton Live for those games. It's going to be good baseball. It's going to be good coverage. So that's exciting. And right now we are awaiting these young men to come up here. And trust me, it's fun to talk to them. They get all nervous. They start to sweat. And the first one walks through.
There he is.
None other than the big, great Dane Murphy. So he's going to get his headset put on. We're going to have a little chat with number 10. Dane, you are one of our players of the game. So what'd you think about that contest, little LKC matchup?
Loved it. Every minute.
What'd you think?
It was awesome. Every minute of it was one of the best games I've ever played. As a team we've played.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I think so.
That was the most exciting game ever.
Yeah. The energy up here.
Absolutely.
Just leave that microphone right there alone.
Sorry.
Don't touch it.
I
Don't
keep
touch
breathing it. Sorry.
That's right. We know you're out of breath. That I don't know what all that feedback is, but it is pretty brutal.
Sorry.
Let's see what we got there. Okay, so walk us through. You get up to bat. You had a power hit last night kind of taken from you. Tonight looking for a little redemption. Backside little ground rule double. What'd you think?
Yesterday we had a kid throwing 70, 72. Everybody's cranking on him. Today this kid stepped on the mound throwing 84 to 86, sitting around there. And we don't see that too often, so we have to sit back. I'm thinking right field. Every at bat that I hit the ball was to right field.
Yeah.
That's where I was aiming for.
Yeah, well, that ball, you got a hold of it well. The kid in right field, it's nice when you're the hitter and you see the numbers of an outfielder. You know you've burned him, and you did, and it bounced over. I think if it doesn't bounce over, you got a chance for a triple, but you knock it off. That is what kind of gave the spark
100%
there for Doddridge. So good at bat, excellent at bat. So tell me, he was throwing hard. What did the off-speed look like?
I didn't see too many. If anything, he threw more change-ups, and nothing moved too much. It was just change-ups. Just everybody was expecting speed because he was overpowering. Then he'd throw you change-up and throw everything whack.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I thought the young man pitched very well. That's a good guy to kind of see that kind of pitching before we go to regionals. You know, not every game you're going to see a 75-mile-an-hour fastball, and not every game do you score 15 runs.
Yeah.
So this was a baseball game tonight. So excellent job by you. Good job third base. Kept the ball in play. It was a hit. It was not an error, but it saved extra bases when you had the backhand knockdown. So good defense. We got our other young men walking in here tonight. That's Coach. You look like a young man out there. So, Dane, excellent job. Congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
We'll talk to you again soon, I'm sure. So we got these other guys coming up. Somehow the coach beat Swiger and Hall up here.
Yeah, yell down there on the announce board.
So, Coach, talk to me. We see a good opponent tonight, and your young men took a while, but they never left the ball game. They stayed in it.
No, and when you see good pitching like that, I always say who's going to be the first one that pushes across. And that's kind of the momentum essentially right there. You feel good when you get one pushed across there, especially going into the fourth or fifth inning, 0-0 ball game. I'm out of breath.
That's right. Hey, I tell you what you do. Give it to this guy here that's way better shape than you are.
Yeah,
Tristan Swiger just walks into the booth. Let's talk to him.
Go ahead and talk to him.
T in the house.
Oh, T Swiggs, how'd you feel coming in? You're up here because you came in. What a save! So what's pumping through the veins when you get that call?
I was ready.
Yeah.
I mean, I asked for it.
Good.
Not like specifically, but I wanted it.
Good. Is it different coming in to close a game when you're more looked at as a starter? Is it a different mindset?
I mean, a little bit, but
Okay.
I'm still coming in, just trying to get them out. I mean,
You know, they hit that monster home run. I don't know if that ball's landed yet. The kid just absolutely tanks one. You got a runner on first. They call your number. You walk in and record 3 straight outs. Excellent job there by you. So what'd you think of the bats that you had to face? Do you think that's, upper-level bats that we got to get ready for in regionals?
I mean, it's nothing we haven't seen before.
Okay.
We faced batters better. We faced batters worse.
Gotcha.
I'd say they're a little bit above, like, middle.
Okay. Last question I have for you. You've had such a stellar season. If you were to prefer, would you start out in the infield or would you start out on a mound?
On a mound.
On the mound, no questions asked. Give me the rock. That's what a starting pitcher does. Tristan, excellent job tonight. Let's get ready for some regional play. Big championship game on Friday. I'm going to guess probably might see a little swagger, little T-swigs on Friday, so get that arm ready, and we'll be ready to rock and roll.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you. Thanks so much. Our next young man in here is number 7, Caleb Hall. He was delayed getting up here in the press box because I think he was out in the left field parking lot helping Mr. Signorilli find out his home run ball. So when the ball left the bat, what'd you think? Because you had to know it was gone.
It was. I knew it. Surprisingly, I didn't care that much. I just wanted the next at bat. So
good mindset.
Yep.
So you pitch. You get us through 5 innings. Complete pitching there. Looked good. How'd you feel zone-wise? What'd you feel was a good command for you?
Yeah, the zone was a little weird today. I didn't get as much low. So I had to work up a little bit more, and I did that. They also chased a little higher, so that worked out for me, throwing a high fastball. And then I feel like I threw a good bit of curveballs today, working those in.
We thought your off-speed looked pretty solid today. Coach Justin was up here, almost jumped out the window. At one point, I grabbed him by the belt buckle, and he was trying to tell you just throw harder to bring it up.
Yep.
So that was, if he could have got to the mound, which I think he would have spider-monkeyed this back fence and told you that, but he was close. Throw harder to bring it up. So the mindset was there. And then let's flip to the offensive side. You've kind of had some good barrels the last few games, but not being able to find the turf. Tonight, you go 0 for 2, and then you get up in a big moment, and next thing you know, we see the line drive opposite field. So talk me through that.
Yeah, so he was throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, fastballs. So I knew I wanted to jump on that. And whenever I seen it, I just put the barrel to it and, let the barrel work. So
I thought it was a different approach than what we have seen of trying to pull a ball, good piece of hitting there.
Yeah.
So how do you think the mindset of the team is, last question, mindset of the team, we're going to the LKC championship, where do you think these young men's minds are?
Yeah, I think we're in a good headspace. I think tonight really helped us. We had a lot of energy. There was a lot of positives in this game. So I think it really prepared us for Friday, as well as seeing a good pitcher tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to see another good pitcher Friday. So I thought that helped us out a lot, and I thought we swung the bat pretty well tonight.
Williamstown did win the ball game 3-2 against the Titans. They had to bring Burgess in at the end to close the game out, or the Titans probably would have walked away with a victory. So they are ready. Burgess threw 1 inning, no harm, no foul. Powell threw almost 100 pitches, and Holbert threw 106. So it was a good ball game down there at South Harrison against those two. So Williamstown Yellow Jackets it is.
We're ready.
A little redemption.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, Caleb. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night. And, Coach, we turn the attention to you. LKC championship game. First one?
Yeah, I believe it's first one in Doddridge history.
First one in Doddridge history.
I think so, because, I don't know, back in '94 when they had some good teams in that era, I don't know if they had an LKC Night of Champions.
Okay.
So, from my understanding, this might be our first appearance in the championship game.
I love it. Very
I
good.
do too.
I think the guys are ready. So, first inning or two, we're trying to play big boy ball. Then we see the script flip.
Yeah.
What changes did you see and what changes did you make?
Really, honestly, the thing that I really wanted to focus on today was getting the ball in play. Let's have them make plays, and they did. But essentially, when they hit a guy, you put a guy on, we bunt a little bit, and also I told the guys that's going to knock the pitcher out of his rhythm.
Yeah.
By putting the ball in play, making him make some plays here, because he gets in a rhythm. You saw he struck out 3 in a row 1 inning,
right?
And he was mowing him down.
Yep.
And we get a guy on, we bunt him over, we get a hit, we get another bunt, we get another barrel, and it just kind of – and I just told him, that's baseball, fellas. That's how you play the game. And I said down there, getting a bunt down is just as important as driving the baseball.
It is. We Luke Rakiski struggled tonight at the plate some, but when he didn't struggle was he had the sack bunt.
Yep.
And we said, hey, young players at home, that's what you call a baseball at bat. Getting that bunt down, even though he's known and notorious for one of your senior leaders. He's a power hitter.
Yep.
He's got power to leave the park. Well, why would you not want him to hit a home run? Because we need that runner moved, and this is a game of chess.
Exactly.
And he was not selfish, and he did his job very good.
And huge on Malachi with a 2-out single rope up the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there opened up everything, because we kind of got a pop-up bunt there, didn't get the bunt down that I wanted to see there.
Right.
that he drives the baseball up the middle, and that was huge.
Yeah, Malachi is starting to see the baseball bat heat up at the right time. He's looking better these last few games. You had some of your guys that's been on fire kind of cooling off.
Right.
And that's the fickle mistress of baseball. No one stays hot all year, and no one stays cold all year.
Exactly.
So I think we're going to be in the right place at the right time. So Friday's rolling around. We're going to see Williamstown. We've traded punches with them 3-1 at our place early, 1-0 their place, their win just recently. What's the mindset from you as a coach to make sure that output is in your favor?
Well, I mean, I definitely think the boys want them, essentially. Yeah. And on their part to come out here, this is right where we wanted it. I told them at the beginning of the week, we take care of Monday, we take care of Tuesday. If we can go out there Friday and take care of it, it puts us in the driver's seat for regionals, seeding, and it gives us an opportunity to win an LKC championship. And what a week that can be. We're right in the same place where we need to be, but we got to still keep our foot on the pedal here.
They're going to be very well coached with Coach Maxwell down there. He's no stranger to the game of baseball. But if I'm looking at it, your boys are pumped that that's who we're going to see.
Yeah.
And they're probably thinking that's who we didn't want to see.
Exactly.
Because we are in their region. We do want that redemption. We kind of handed it to them last game. Both pitchers pitched awesome.
Absolutely.
But defensively, we handed them that win by a couple miscues.
Yep.
And they know it.
Yep.
We know it. They know it.
And it's a neutral site, too. I like that it's a neutral site.
Neutral site. It's going to be at South Harrison.
Yep.
You'll get your chance, your choice, I'm sure, or Williamstown will. Do you guys want to play first? Do you want to play second?
Yep.
If it's bad weather, it'll come here to the home of the Bulldogs.
Yep, exactly.
So, folks, as we told you before, we will not be covering that game. It will be covered by Braxton Live. You can find them just like you find us. Make sure you tune in Friday with a lot of baseball, as we are going to have the seeding for 3rd and 4th, which will be the Bisons of Buffalo against the Titans of Gilmer County. And then you're going to have the championship game for 1-2 seeding for the LKC, taking on the Yellow Jackets of Williamstown and the Bulldogs of Doddridge County. So we're glad you were with us tonight. Excellent job by both teams. We appreciate you staying with us. And until next time, it's always a great night to be a Bulldog.